This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening. I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight. Scott has the night off. The search continues tonight for the person who shot and killed a man at a bar early Monday morning in the neighborhood of Onico. ABC7's Kate Flexter is joining us live from the Manatee County Sheriff's Office where this investigation is underway. Kate.
Good evening, Haley. The Sheriff's Office tells us the neighborhood of Onico has seen 7 homicides since the first of the year. Now, one local businessman tells us these incidents are becoming far too common.
I don't see them, but I hear about them weekly.
When nearby business owner known as Trader Jack heard about the shooting at El Paisano bar, he wasn't shocked. He says these incidents are all too common.
It was not that astounding just because there's so much going on around here.
It was early Monday morning when deputies responded to reports of a shooting on 15th Street East in Onico. At the scene, they found 20-year-old Jose Armando Alonso Lopez, who was shot in the parking lot. He was rushed to Blake Medical Center where he died in emergency surgery. The prime suspect, 25-year-old Carlos Valdivinos Aguirre.
And definitely they had words were exchanged that night between the victim and suspect.
Manatee County Sheriff spokesman Dave Bristow says it's an area that sees its share of crime.
We certainly responded there over the years in an average amount of time.
Bristow says deputies already heavily patrol the area. He also points to the bar owner's heightened security measures, including surveillance cameras.
They have taken the steps necessary to try to prevent these things from happening, but sometimes it's impossible for preventing something like this.
The owner of a jewelry shop also in the same complex says the area is home to mainly working class people and calls it safe.
The area is not that bad. We don't have any kind of problem with the area. So we have a lot of people, good people, nice people working around and working very hard.
Trader Jack agrees, but says more needs to be done to keep businesses and residents safe.
I think it's a matter of economics. I don't think it's really crime. Most of these people are not bad.
We did speak to the bar's owner earlier today. He tells us it's generally a pretty safe area. For now in Manatee County, Kate Flexter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Kate. A woman is behind bars after causing mischief at a Florida Starbucks. Abigail Rowe has been arrested and charged with criminal mischief and possession of marijuana at a Starbucks in Hillsborough County. The sheriff's office says Rowe walked into this Starbucks asking for change for the bus, and when the staff refused, she started knocking over shelves and turning over tables and chairs. Deputies arrested her for criminal mischief and found marijuana and drug paraphernalia in her pockets during the search. Deputies say a similar incident took place with Rowe at the same location yesterday. It's not the best combination for farmers. Record-breaking heat and little to no rain. Farms on the Suncoast, including Mixon Fruit Farms in Bradenton, they're feeling the effects of this unseasonable winter weather. They're now forced to use their irrigation system more frequently and high-powered fan mister. Because of the heat and the drought conditions, some of the fruit not coming out in tip-top shape.
As the trees get dry, they will tend to pull out the juice out of the inside of the fruit, and it makes the fruit dry out.
Mixon Farms and farmers all across the Suncoast are keeping their fingers crossed with the hope that rain is on the way in the coming weeks, as well as cooler temperatures. And for an update on that, we will head over to John.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'll show you the long-range forecasts coming up in about 5 minutes, but it's not promising for certainly a wet second half of winter, that's for sure. Our almanac for today certainly showed warm temperatures. Once again, we topped it out at 81 degrees with an average daytime high temperature of 72. So even on the low side, we woke up with 63 degrees as our morning low, and the average is 52. So we're running around 10 degrees day and night above average temperatures. So a warm couple of days still, but there's a cool down coming, even though if it is brief. A few fair weather clouds move through, and yes, we got a sprinkle or two in places thanks to a sea breeze developing. Lakewood Ranch webcam showed those darkening skies, but those showers have since dissipated and we'll be left with a pretty dry overnight, except for some morning fog. We'll talk about that coming up in a few. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Actress Carrie Fisher has died. She's best known for her role as Princess Leia in the Star Wars film series. She died today after suffering a massive heart attack during a transatlantic flight on Friday. Besides her acting roles, Fisher was an accomplished writer and was on a book tour promoting her most recent work. Many people on the Suncoast say she will be missed, but remember her for years to come.
I would like to say the Imperial Senate will mourn her, but it is truly a tragedy that someone like that passed. But a lot of great people have died this year, and unfortunately, she is just another of the almost irreplaceable people that we will miss.
Fisher was the daughter of movie star Debbie Reynolds and singer Eddie Fisher. She leaves behind a daughter named Billy. Fisher is no stranger to the Suncoast. She made a special trip here to Sarasota just a few years ago to share her personal struggles with mental illness. In April of 2013, the actress spoke at the Sarasota Opera House about her ongoing battle with bipolar disorder for more than 2 decades. More than 60 million Americans struggle with mental illness. During that particular event, Fisher did not do on-camera interviews, but her openness about her personal issues helped shed a light on those mental health issues. Still to come on your Suncoast News, law enforcement cracking down. Northport police heavily patrolling one area in particular. And as families prepare for New Year's Eve celebrations, Sarasota County deputies are preparing to stop any impaired drivers on the road.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a CRV for $219 during Wild's final clearance. Just $219 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
It's been an emotional time politically and socially this year.
But during a season when hearts are a little more open to love, we want to talk about good things to believe in.
We believe in compassion and caring.
We believe diversity makes our community stronger.
We believe we can all weather the storm by sticking together.
We believe in finding the facts before taking a stance.
We hope you believe too. Happy holidays from ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7.
Right now they're passing out Band-Aids. They don't have the funding. They don't have the power to really help people. They just put Band-Aids on them.
The most sweeping mental health legislation in more than 50 years. Find out how the new law could help treat mental illness and substance abuse issues here on the Suncoast. Hi, I'm Ray Collins. We'll speak with local treatment experts.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community with a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7, weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast. The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you. ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Google GoWildHonda.com. Lease a Civic for $179 during Wild's final clearance. Just $179 and 0 down. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
The Northport Police Department is increasing speed patrols throughout the city, especially on Panacea Boulevard, where speeding has led to several car accidents. ABC7's Christopher Brantley just got back from a police ride-along, and he joins us now with more on this effort. Christopher.
Well, good evening, Haley. We were out for about an hour and a half this afternoon patrolling the streets of Northport, and we learned that there are several streets within the city that are pretty much magnets for speeders. Panacea Boulevard is, as you mentioned, is one of them. Price Boulevard is another. So many accidents have occurred on these roadways, the police department has placed more officers on patrol. The officer we went out with this afternoon said this is all in an effort to maintain driver safety.
In this case, the speed limit on this road is 35 miles an hour. So it's up to officer discretion on whatever speed they're going to pull somebody over. In a 35 or a residential zone, I usually will pull somebody over seven over.
And indeed, only about 30 seconds after he said that, he caught a woman going 43 in the 35. However, she was only given a warning because it was the first time she'd ever been pulled over. Live in Northport, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. Local law enforcement also cracking down on drunk drivers. New Year's weekend is the holiday with the most arrests for suspected drinking and driving across the U.S. Here on the Suncoast, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is focusing on traffic violations and impaired driving. They say they're trying to keep both residents and travelers safe as they kick off the new year.
Consider hiring, a driving company, whether it's an Uber or a Lyft or a local cab company, or better yet, stay home and celebrate in the safety of your own home.
This campaign will end on January 1st. However, the Sheriff's Office says their efforts to curb impaired driving, well, that never stops. Prepare to see a small increase in prices at the gas pump. These gas tax changes in several states will happen as the new year begins. 7 states will see increases, including Florida. The hikes reflect state efforts to balance budgets for road construction and maintenance. State transportation officials and the construction industry say federal funding hasn't kept pace with inflation and more fuel-efficient cars. John will be back with your full weather forecast after this.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team.
Just that simple act is transforming someone else's life.
It's one of the best feelings in the world.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Sarasota Institute of Lifetime Learning begins its 46th season on Monday, January 9th in Sarasota, Venice, and Lakewood Ranch. Meet Blair Tyndall, author of Mozart in the Jungle, on Monday, January 9th, and information and intelligence expert Terry Roberts on Tuesday, January 10th. 72 global issues lectures by renowned experts. 24 musical conversations with great performers. Tickets are on sale now. For more information and to purchase season tickets, visit SILLSarasota.org.
Sarasota, we're uncorking something special at Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room. Shop in a relaxed atmosphere with our wine specialists. You'll find 1,000 international wines, 200 under $20. National brand and boutique liquors at competitive pricing. Handcrafted beers. Stop by Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room today and let us show you something exceptional.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
We thought. Hi.
Sometimes we like to chat. We don't always get to work together. So,
right.
Yeah.
We know. It's good to see you, by the way.
Good to see you,
My
too.
gosh, we used to do the morning show together way back when.
Flashback to the morning days.
A long time ago. We had another warm day here on the Suncoast, obviously.
Oh, yeah, very warm.
10 degrees above average if you average in the day and nighttime temperatures and divide by 2. You were 10 degrees above average.
Wow.
And, you were doing that story about the abnormally warm temperatures and dry conditions and what it's done to our farmers. And long range doesn't look too good.
Oh. Well, that's not encouraging.
No, they come out with long-range temperature forecasts and precipitation forecasts every so often, and the latest one is continuing to show the effects of a La Nina, a weak La Nina, at least lingering into the early parts of January, and then kind of transitioning thereafter into a neutral sort of situation. What a La Nina does is it actually sends our thunderstorms to the north and creates a very strong jet of air from west to east right across this intersection of the country. That tends to keep our cold polar air from sinking too far south with too much regularity, so we don't get those real cold outbreaks of air like we had in '89 when it snowed Christmas Eve. We are forecast to be above average in our temperatures right straight through March, and drier than average as well right straight through March, with very dry conditions in parts of the deep south. So we'll see how that plays out, but right now it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of weather relief for the drought-stricken south. 73 degrees our air temperature, a dew point coming in at 65. Developed a little bit of a westerly wind flow today, a little bit of a sea breeze in the afternoon because the high pressure ridge, which has brought us those really warm temperatures straight through the weekend and into Monday, has sunk a little bit further to the south, and that has allowed for the winds to be lighter and allowed for a sea breeze in the afternoon to develop. So we got that to kind of help cool us down just a little bit, trigger off a shower or two, too, in inland areas, though it wasn't much of a shower situation because just too thin a layer of moisture for that atmosphere to work with. 75 degrees Mayaca City, 74 in Arcadia, 74 in Wauchula Parish at 77, Bradenton at 77, so is Northport. 78 degrees in Punta Gorda, 74 in Inglewood, 75 in Venice, and 73 at Longboat Key. So across the peninsula today was a beautiful day, a lot of sunshine. Few fair weather clouds building in the afternoon with that sea breeze as it penetrated inland and moved past the interstate. Picked up a few scattered showers. Now things are pretty quiet most everywhere and don't expect to see much in terms of rainfall. We've got some false echo going on right now across the region. That caused by the temperature structure of the atmosphere. It's not a big deal. Otherwise, we are looking at this line of showers, which is part of a cold front system, which is sagging southward and stalling out. That one's not the one that's going to do it for us. Back to the west, coming out of Canada and across the Rockies, exiting out into the plains, there is a blast of colder air that's producing some snow showers at high elevations and some frigid temperatures. That's the one that's going to do it. That low pressure area will rapidly sink south across the plains, team up with this stalled frontal boundary, or what's left of it. Little area of low pressure will develop on that and push the whole system through our area Thursday night. Pretty rapid evolution, actually, over the course of the next several days. A fast-moving line of showers and thunderstorms has the potential to produce some severe weather tomorrow in parts of the deep south as that front progresses. And then as we head into the next several days, the high-pressure ridge continues to be pushed south. We have that westerly wind flow, and the frontal boundary itself moves through here Thursday night. We get a slight chance at a shower, but the air is just really too dry to support much in the way of rainfall totals, so it's not going to add much to the rainfall bucket. We'll get some morning fog tomorrow, possibly. Lots of sunshine again tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll wait for those colder temperatures to arrive. Again, the bullseye tomorrow for any kind of severe weather, and it most likely won't be severe weather, just thunderstorms and maybe some gusty winds, is the deep south, not the state of Florida. We stay dry. Forecast looks like this for you boaters. Tonight, we'll have a northeast wind coming in at about 5 knots, shifting to the northwest at 10, 2-foot seas, a light chop. Couple of tides to talk about. We have had a 5 p.m. low tide. Next tide won't be until 10:26. That one will be a high tide. And the forecast for the week ahead shows the effect of that front moving through Thursday night with a daytime high on Friday of only 65 and breezy as well. So it's going to be kind of a raw day Friday, but we warm right back up. And so far, New Year's Eve looks absolutely spectacular here. Could see some snow showers, though, in New York City. Haley.
John. Crews are looking for a plane out of Florida that may have gone down in the Great Smoky Mountains. Park officials say they received a report Monday night that a single-engine airplane might have gone down southwest of Mount LeConte Lodge. Crews tried using the emergency locator transmitter, but the plane's transmissions were not found. The FAA says the flight was headed to Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge Airport from Jacksonville. Fire officials say a fire at a Central Florida hotel was set on purpose last week. The fire in Kissimmee displaced about 250 people on Friday. A rep for the state fire marshal's office said that several mattresses outside of the Uno Boutique Hotel were apparently set on fire. The fire started near the back of the building, and firefighters battled that blaze for at least 11 hours. No one was injured. Officials haven't released any information about a suspect or a motive.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll take you into the Blue Peony Design Studio and introduce you to the woman behind it.
First out the door when it matters most. In the new year, Made in America is back. 200 reports and counting. He asks, he listens. When American jobs are on the line, he's right there. More Americans are turning to World News Tonight with David Muir, and we thank you.
At SWC Properties, we pride ourselves in providing to you the very best in customer satisfaction, and the secret's getting out. Maybe that's why so many people have chosen to list their homes with our friendly and qualified agents. After all, it only makes sense to list with a growing agency that markets in so many places. To list your home with SWC, give us a call at our office and ask for Kimberly King.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions Now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a Taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
You often hear it said, you can't have it all, but ABC7's Linda Carson found one young woman who is disproving that theory, and she is today's amazing Suncoast woman.
Jennifer Robinson was born in Tampa, grew up on Long Island, and returned to the University of Florida for college. She studied advertising and costume design.
I really wanted to be a fashion designer since I was a little girl.
And fate gave her a hand.
I happened upon a trunk show that they were having in Bergdorf's, and this gentleman, fashion designer, his name is Robert Daines, was very nice to me and said that when I grew up, I needed to make sure that I got an education and went to college because I would be delivering a lot of pizzas before I became successful.
After college, she was heading to New York when along came Charlie.
Hurricane Charlie hit, and my parents' home was destroyed in the hurricane.
So she stayed to help them rebuild. This time, Cupid intervened.
I met my husband, and you know, love kept me here. And then I fell in love with Sarasota, and I've decided to make my dreams here happen.
She started her business, The Blue Peony, 8 years ago.
I worked in a corporate job, and I needed something to let loose my creativity. I had all of these ideas, all of this stuff swirling around in me.
So she turned those ideas into products and sold them at the Sarasota Farmers Market.
I started with organic baby toys. That's how everything kind of grew from there. So I still have that. I do a lot of organic quilts, a lot of bibs, burp bibs, blankets, slings, toys for babies.
She also makes things like aprons, pot holders, and placemats. She runs her business out of her home and her parents' home. Her parents are her staff.
I have my dad who cuts everything. He's a retired engineer.
Even her 3-year-old son pitches in.
He'll pull the pins out of our pot holders when I finish sewing them on the machine over there. My life lesson would be to still keep a life-work balance. Making your dreams happen is beyond wonderful and takes a lot of work, a lot of perseverance. But at the end of the day, you still need to make time for those that you love.
This is one of Jennifer's aprons and, of course, the matching pot holder. You can see more of her work on Saturdays at the Sarasota Farmers Market, and you can go online and see her work at bluepeony.com. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Linda. We really do have an eclectic mix of people who live on the Suncoast. A lot of artists.
Sure do. A lot of accomplished people. It's a great place to live.
Definitely is. Hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll see you at 7 o'clock, both of us. Join us then.